Hello then, welcome back to France. Last time we beat Scandinavia, finally. Couldn't get everything I wanted, but I got pretty close. We'll be finishing off Norway also pretty soon, but their provinces will be expensive. This will be as if it had 24 development, and this one will be as if it had 860, so it's going to be very costly. But it will make the map look a little bit prettier, which I'm going to be very happy about. But for the time being, we'll be focusing on Russia. We declared war last time, and I'm confident of beating them here, because my generals are better than theirs. And Jack's here, we are not going to have US leader as all, because we have a better one here in Jean-Baptiste de Pelfort. He's a 2-2, the Russian one is 2-0-1 here, and they're not at max morale either, so we're going to most likely get hopefully a victory here, even though we did get 2 negative modifiers. Yes, it's going to be a very easy and straightforward victory. I'm also going to split up my forces here a tiny bit. We did beat them back now in the beginning, and they're down to, as you can see, 20,000 regular forces and mostly just cannons, so we have no concerns at the moment. But slowly but surely we'll be moving ourselves forwards. In terms of power projection, there's a couple of important ones that I actually have gotten here. Issue embargo. Well, we have truces, but also you can go ahead and send in assaults, and that will improve your power projection, I believe. Unless I am completely drunk here. I am completely drunk. But anyways, what we're going to do is just, as you might imagine, just keep on sieging their land. The Russians' land, that is. And slowly but surely we should be able to get the result we're after here. The goal will be to take the provinces that I have claimed to. And slowly but surely we'll eat into Russia, then we'll start with Lithuania from the top, and then we'll work our way through through Poland, for instance, and then we'll slowly but surely envelop the entirety of Europe. Should be very straightforward, to be perfectly honest. We might also consider doing a little bit of building, because I do have a lot of money now. I also might have to do some culture conversions here, but that's for another time. Now, in terms of troop counts here, do we want to do some upgrades? Any upgrades in England that I should be looking out for? Nope. Again, I'm very happy about manpower most of the time, but as you can see, the numbers here range from about 500 to 750, and it's going to cost me 300 dukes a piece. In terms of taxation, it's about 0.10 in most of them, 0.20 in this one, for instance, and it's basically going to be helpful, of course, to increase the money that I gain each month. So we're going to build them in places that have 0.20 or more, and basically this just increased my income a tiny bit, and it will mostly be helpful in the long run. But we'll have to see. Could also go with trade power buildings or production efficiency buildings. They're not as effective as you can see, but they will also get the job done, if you will. But yeah, for the time being, we will just it's actually 1700 here, but that's another problem entirely. We'll probably just sit back, save our money, and we'll use it once we actually have a proper use for it. For now, I'll focus on the war with Russia. If anything interesting happens, I'll let you know. So far, the Russians have made some moves into my territory here. They have currently sieging Komgora here, and they have a rather big army here, 32,000 men standing. Siege-wise, we hopefully can beat them before they beat ours, because if they do, we are going to be in trouble, because I should probably have built another fortress in Österbotten, potentially. But I definitely need to have my sieges win first, or at least split off some forces to beat their force here in the area, because they are definitely going to be problematic. And of course, if the fortress falls, it won't be too good either. So we're going to split off a little bit of force here to deal with that, and we're just going to continue sieging with the other half of the force. They actually started moving now. They're probably moving into Belisara, though, I would think. Yes, they are. Now the big question is, do I want to pull this one back and hunt the 21,000 men up here, or should I be doing something else? Kumasi. They will expect. It's just 5 years. I should be able to deal with that. To be perfectly honest, I'm not confident in actually doing anything in the area. Kumasi, where would that be? I have a feeling it's something that I will. It's either Kilman province, I think, or something. I will ignore their demand for now. Gold Coast, you'll have to deal with this. Apparently it's inland, this one. So yeah, I wouldn't bother. It's 9 development in an area where I'm not too interested in expanding, if you will. We'll of course accept Bohemia's marriage proposal. But yeah, this is going to get interesting in terms of what I want to do with the Russians. For now, I think we're just going to move to Torsok and see if we can block them. And we'll have to just deal with the siege at a later date, depending on what happens. They're actually going to Tequin. So I think nope, they stopped. So we're probably going to lose Comgori here and siege very quickly. But I'm pretty sure that that will be just fine. They're actually moving to Tver. Let's see if we can bait them into attacking our armies here. So far they're actually doing a good job of that on their own. I don't really have to do anything. They're moving in accordance to what I want them to do. So we will most likely be able to attack them here in... they actually stopped in Ursev. It's a promise by a river, so I'm probably going to regret this, but I should be fine even so. Yes, -1. But again, hey, we should be able to beat them. And then I can use these two armies, send them back up to deal with these guys. So let's just send both of you guys up, and we'll use this, or still use this as a sieging army. And I'm pretty sure that if... where's the capital? I think I've already taken their capital, perhaps. Yes, I've already taken their capital. So I just really need to siege this fortress right here, and potentially this one, and then I'll get what I want in this war. Which, to be perfectly frank, isn't really that much to ask for in all gloriousness. We'll meet them in Tequin and we'll crush them there. We should be able to get to them before they leave. Yep, we're gonna -2 modify again. We're good with this. But yeah, we should be able to more or less crush them, and then we'll go split this one in two. I'll have one stay here, and we'll send the other to recover what was lost, if you will. And as I said, I think we should just move our troops to Volga and just focus on taking control of the area that I have claims to, and the area that I basically am fighting for in this war. And then we can consider who we want to attack after that, because right now I'm a little bit unsure on the path that I will be continuing here after this this quick war, if you will. And of course Russia is not looking like they're going to get any other allies anytime soon. Sure, I'll send this cardinal away. It's not a big deal, to be perfectly honest. My country is big enough that we'll probably get him back soon anyways. But yeah, for now here the goal would be to take back what the Russians stole. And once we've done that, we'll be focusing on clearing out Russia itself. They do have a rather big army going for Kostroma, so I'm pretty sure they will be actually backing up this one. So I might have to just leave a siege, detach the cannons, if you will, to siege, and then we'll see how things go. Full level. Is this a fort? Yeah, it's the second fort. It's a bastion, the second upgrade. So it's a pretty strong fort, let's just be perfectly honest. You guys are going to Yaroslav, and you'll be the 13th. This is a combined Russian force though. So yes, if you guys decide to go to Belcero, I'll meet you there. 400 men is something we should be able to handle. But yeah, if the Russians end up attacking me, I'll let you know. Until then, I'll just sit back and we'll continue the war. Well, what the Russians have decided to do is basically try and take back Novgorod. They have their entire 53,000 man army over here. We are currently working to take back Komgori here. We're at 70% thanks to the siege by Poland. I did place an army here in Vologda, but that was mostly just to keep the siege going, more so than actually take down the fort itself. But we will be moving our forces here up in Komgori down to challenge them and take back Novgorod, of course. So it should not be too much of a problem per se that they did tank that. And again, it's mostly just get the fortress that I'm after and drive up their war exhaustion to potentially have someone break free, which is actually very likely as things are currently going. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that we did lose the siege here. Russia occupied Ingermanland. They are going to go back. Let's just move these guys to Novgorod. And again, if I can make them attack me, that is going to be a huge benefit. So let's just move these guys to Ingermanland in case we decide to... they're actually going to reserve, so I might have to retrieve from this siege then. Let's just see here what you guys do now. If you turn around or not, it's a big question. They're arriving in Tver, so they're going after the siege in Vologda. So let's just move these guys to help out. And these guys, after winning this battle, will be put in Novgorod to siege that area. This is basically a complete cavalry regiment, so I'm surprised it was actually challenged at all. But it's just how things are sometimes. I think I'll take the 50 admin points, thank you very much. As tempting the other option was, the 50 admin points are far more tempting. Thank you. We can safely take the military idea here, or quantity idea, because we are 9 years ahead in military tech here. I'll probably focus on getting the idea set completed, because it will allow me to have more forces, it will allow me to have less attrition, garrison sizes, basically everything here will be useful. Regiment cost minus 10% from those ideas. We'll have to continue the war next time because we're already out of time because of my changes here, which is sad, but it's just how things are. You're going to calm. I might have to turn around then. Go to Ladoga and we'll see what you guys figure out in terms of where you want to go. But yeah, as long as I can keep the Pskov and Novgorod area siege, we should be fine. And of course, Vologda, just keep the siege going, I'll be fine. But we'll see what happens next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye!